Continuing from the previous video, let's keep crocheting. Insert your hook into the next stitch to create a chain stitch. Then work 2 half double crochets into each stitch across the row. We will crochet 2 diamond patterns with purple yarn. Then switch to white yarn to crochet the lamb pattern. This process will be repeated for a total of 5 rows. In each row, we will crochet 2 diamond patterns with the purple yarn, followed by the lamb pattern with the white yarn. In the final 2 stitches of each row, we will switch back to the purple yarn to crochet the last 2 diamond patterns. Here, we will need to carry the white yarn over and join it into the previous uncompleted half double crochet. Pull the purple yarn to the left and continue working half double crochet increases. In total, you will need to crochet 6 white diamond patterns in this row. In the next stitch, we will need to switch back to the purple yarn. To do this, join the purple yarn into the incomplete stitch. Pull the white yarn to the left, and when you insert the hook, make sure all 3 yarns are on the hook. Work 1 more half double crochet increase. After completing the stitch, you can then pull the white yarn back to the right and complete the last diamond pattern. Remove the marker and join the loop to the hook. With 4 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all the loops. Similarly, work a slip stitch into the next stitch to finish this row. Pull the yarn to a horizontal position and check if both sides are aligned evenly. If it's not even, adjust it immediately. Here, I skip a stitch and insert the hook into next one to work a chain stitch. The purpose of skipping a stitch is to create a slope for the shoe's upper, allowing it to better fit the shape of the foot. Without skipping stitches, you'll find that as the upper gets taller, the shoe becomes too large and difficult to put on. Therefore, we need to skip a stitch on specific rows. The rows where stitches are skipped usually vary depending on the size and the tightness of the crochet. You can adjust it according to your actual situation. However, any adjustment should ensure that the slope of the shoe upper is appropriate, and that the finished product of both shoes is consistent. After completing the 2 patterns, we will switch back to the purple yarn. As before, draw over the white yarn and join it into the incomplete stitch. This will allow you to continue the next stitch with the white yarn. For the first 5 rows of the lamb's face section, you will crochet 2 diamond patterns, then change the yarn to continue crocheting. Change the yarn again for the last 2 stitches. However, if you start crocheting the lamb's facial pattern from the 2nd row, instead of the 4th, you will change the yarn after crocheting 1 diamond pattern. For the 3rd row of the lamb, we will need to join the red yarn to represent the mouth of the lamb. The number of white diamond patterns for this row is 7, so we will crochet the 4th diamond pattern in red. This means we need to switch to the red yarn at the incomplete stitch of the 3rd white diamond pattern. Leave the red yarn tail on the left and pull the white yarn to the left as well. When you insert the hook, make sure all 4 yarns are on the hook before you begin crocheting. Switch back to the white yarn to finish this incomplete stitch. Then pull over the red yarn to the left, crocheting the next 3 white diamond patterns. Join the purple yarn again here and work 2 more half double crochet increases. Draw the white yarn to the left. There is no need for the red yarn anymore, so you can cut it off directly. After completing the stitch, you can draw the white yarn back to the right. Work a slip stitch. No matter how you crochet, ensure the right and left sides are keep at same line level. If not, you can adjust the left side by adding a single crochet into the stitch before working a slip stitch to keep both sides aligned at the same level. After 4 rows, we can skip a stitch in between. Since a stitch was skipped on the previous row, there is no need to skip a stitch in this row. Insert hook into next stitch directly. The process for this row is the same as the previous rows. Start with a chain stitch, then work half double crochet increases. For the pattern, crochet 2 diamond motifs using purple yarn. Then switch to white yarn to work 8 diamond motifs. After that, switch back to purple yarn to crochet the final 2 diamond motifs. Here, switch back to the purple yarn and continue crocheting. We need to pull the white yarn to the left for the next stitch and secure it to the stitch. After completing the next stitch, you can pull the white yarn to the right again. Then last diamond pattern. This left side should be aligned with the right side. For this row, we will join the black yarn to crochet the eyes of the lamb. You can position the eyes by using black yarn, ensuring that the 2 eyes are symmetrical in relation to the mouth. The red yarn is showing a bit here. We can use the crochet hook to tuck it inside. Skip a stitch here again to insert the hook. Switch to white yarn again here. Pull the white yarn to the right, making sure it attaches along the upper. Then, yarn over and pull through the loops on the hook. After completing 2 white diamond patterns, switch to black yarn and join it to crochet the eye. Complete the stitch for the eye using black yarn, then switch back to white yarn for the next stitches. Similarly, after switching the yarn, pull the black yarn to the left and secure it to the next stitch. After completing 3 white diamond patterns, switch back to white yarn to crochet the next diamond pattern for the other eye of the lamb. On the unfinished stitch of the eye, join the white yarn and pull through to switch back to white yarn for the next 2 diamond patterns. If you find the control yarn a bit too tight for crocheting the next 2 stitches, you can pull the yarn to loosen it. Once the black yarn is secured into 3 stitches, there's no need for it anymore, so simply cut it off. You can now pull the white yarn to the right. Then continue working the remaining stitches using purple yarn to finish this row. Check both sides to ensure they are aligned at the same level. If they are, simply work a slip stitch. If you find the right side is higher than the left, work a single crochet on the left before the slip stitch to bring both sides to the same level. While crocheting, you can compare the left shoe with the completed right shoe to ensure both shoes are crocheted the same.